Okay, so after our little mishap with getting shot by a toy, this should be the plot of another Toy Story movie. Toy Story 4, Buzz accidentally kills somebody. Gotta love this dialogue, and that you can actually move during it. That's very rare for this game. So it's totally skippable, but... I mean, would you believe the kid? I don't know. Let me leave and come back. I can't remember if now is the part where... Yeah. This is the best inn to stay in because she lets you stay for free because you played with Gaz. This and Mario's Pad and probably a couple other places too, now that I think about it. So yeah, Toad shows up and you get a free flower tad. Cool beans. There's also another little thing with this inn eventually, but that is for later. So enough time wasting, let's finally move on to the next area. Now that I've robbed this place of everything good. And no, I will not be singing the song. Although it is a good song. And, yeah, I might as well check out these mushrooms. I'll pick up a few of them, and I'll probably end up not holding on to them. Oh, hey, Wiggler. And I end up fighting it. There's a trick with the Wigglers. I want to fight these? Not really. Well, I can't run? Okay, good. Let me see if I can pull it off. It's not... Damn it. It's not too hard. If you can bounce on it consecutively 10 times, you get a frog coin. I'll give it one more try. That didn't count as a try. Come on, get away. Sigh. 3, 4... Nope, okay, whatever. Not gonna bother. I think this is pretty much everybody's favorite level. Mainly because of the music, which I then reused in my Mitch game for level 6. Because it deserved to be reused. Must remember where every single one in the game is. And going into the eventual boss fight totally underleveled. Because why not? Is it in this? Okay. I know there's one in here. What the hell is that thing? Oh yeah, here's another bit. I totally misunderstood this enemy for the longest time, too. I thought that it had two, like, semi-closed stalk eyes, like Gary the Snail, basically. And then I eventually realized that it's, like, some other thing with a green eye with two shells on sticks, or something. I don't know what the hell it is. But especially when it attacks and the two open up those things at the top, those look like eyes to me. And it looks like they have eyelashes too. It's like, could you make a more vague looking enemy? What do we got here? Flower. Decent enough. And then there should be another treasure in this stump, I think. Maybe this is the one in the corner. You missed. Yeah, I have no idea what the point of this is. It's the only pointless chest in the game, from what I can remember. The other stumps just have enemies, I think. Nothing really worth investigating. This one has an enemy that gets extraordinarily angry at you. My goodness. And then it disappears. But we go back in order to get the thingy thing. So many Karo Colas. Maybe I will actually use one in this playthrough. So yeah, that was the most important cutscene of the game right there, watching the Wiggler go into the stump. Otherwise, how would we know that this was the same one? This time, it does not react. So, onwards we go. Not a whole lot to say about this, really. There's just a lot of annoying mushroom enemies, which I think are called amanitas, and they're annoying, and they are mushroom enemies. And this is a red essence. I thought it was a red essence, but I didn't want to jump the gun by saying what it was before I was sure. Okay, so this is clearly the Lost Woods. Do you remember the path? It is not northwest-southwest. It is left, left, and remember you have to go by Mario's point of view. Otherwise, there would be two lefts. So yeah, left, left, then straight, then right. And we have found the hidden stump. With a figgly foot full of treasures in here. Okay, I didn't get to make my pointless observation. I, for some reason, remembered there being 2 healing mushrooms in there, which is completely pointless. I guess I was wrong. Don't want to save again. Okay, so yeah, here we want to follow Gino. Otherwise, this place will loop endlessly. I don't know if it has, like, different established rooms here. I always hated this screen. He's not here. You just have to guess. And it's always right, but you wouldn't know that the first time playing. I thought that I screwed up. So yeah, I don't know if that place has, like, different rooms, or if it just repeats the same line and generates random enemies. God, this guy is so friggin' messed up looking. Bowyer. For the longest time, I thought it was Bowyer. It was like Bowser with a Y. And I'm like, but he doesn't look anything like Bowser. Why is he named after him? And then, 90 years later, I'm like, oh yeah, he's a bow. Random Bruce Lee reference. I gotta get another look at this character. Because I remember misinterpreting this one, too. Yeah, I was like... I thought he looked like Oblina from Real Monsters. It was like just a candy cane-shaped thing. For some reason, I was just not paying attention to that string. Gnya, nya. What the crap? Someone should do a voice for this character. It's not going to be me, though, because he is way too stupid sounding. Gino's kind of your typical square hero. Like, people always gush over, like, what an amazing character he is and everything, and how he needs to be in Brawl and everything. And feeding the birds. But, I don't know, he's a decent concept, but doesn't really have any sort of unique personality. I never cared for him too much, but I'm going to use him for the whole playthrough anyway, just because I never really have before. I'd like to know where they are right now. Just this endless trail here, like how you fall forever at the beginning of the game on the chandeliers. He totally did not get hit there. He's just faking it. Don't do anything about it or anything. It's like, okay, now that you've shot 50 of those, I'm finally going to do something about it. Also, those are the fruits from Super Mario World in the background. They're like not quite apples, but they look like them. I love how Mario poses for the camera there. He's like Santa Christ. Saves everyone, poses for the camera. Meanwhile, standing over in the corner, rolling your eyes forever, just enjoying this little reunion of characters. He's like, yeah, I'm still here. And then battle suddenly starts. And we begin with the Geno Beam. Now this attack, I want to say, is an ice move. I'm not actually sure if that's true. But I don't know. It kind of looks like one. Oh, let's use Psychopath. See if I can get the thing. Yep. If you press Y, right as they converge, you get like this little thing that they're thinking. It's usually really stupid like this. There are a couple that are funny, though. So yeah, Bowyer decides to kind of screw with this battle here by doing this. You kind of want to conserve your FP once this happens, because if he locks the A button, you're forced to use special moves, and it's best to not have to waste those turns. Yeah, like that. I love how that one didn't have to be changed at all. When they were like, they toned down the firewall because apparently it could cause epileptic fits. That one, though, that one's perfectly fine. Trick with the Geno Beam also is... I'll try Fire Orb, I'm not sure how much it does. You'd think it would work if it's made of wood. But, with the Geno Beam, you want to let go of Y after that third star appears. If you keep holding it after that, it actually does less damage, from what I've heard. Don't know if that was entirely necessary, but I didn't want to die from another one of these. Geno Beam's probably the strongest move you have at this point. And I don't remember what level he is, so if he's like level 8, that would make sense. And sure, why not? Yay, I only got one jump. That was kind of pathetic. I said that I would be mentioning this later. I guess now counts as later. If you get 30 jumps in a row, you get a prize. And if you get 100 jumps in a row, you get a much better prize. It is kind of terrible to attempt to do this, though. 30 is manageable. 100 is horrendous. And I believe that's my first freebie. I've been waiting for those this whole game. You occasionally just get your item back after using it. And some people claim that there's a timing to it. Out of habit, I always press X, like, right as the item disappears. But I don't think it actually does anything. And so, we continue exchanging blows. Another pointless fact about this fight, the Super Famicom has colored buttons on the controller instead of them all being, like, purple and slightly darker purple. So, in this fight, the buttons actually they correspond with their colors. I know, it was totally interesting, wasn't it? Might as well use a Froggy Drink. I don't really need it, but I can get more. Also, I think I just now realized that those buttons have eyes, and that they close when it gets shut off. I always assumed that those were, like, connection points on the bottom of the button. Like, I don't know what you'd call it, but like the inside of a cartridge or like a USB thing, how it makes the contact points, but buttons wouldn't have that on the side. I like just thought of that. I don't know why I wasted that turn. This battle's going to take forever, isn't it? I should probably use Psychopath again and find out how much longer I have, except now he disabled Y, so I can't. So that honey syrup was completely pointless. He had like 600 and something at the beginning. He can't have that much left at this point. And he dies. Mario's attack is slightly better. Oh, there it goes. I was going to revive Geno on my next turn. But I guess I don't have to now.